What's up, guys, and welcome back to Tackling the World. This morning we were supposed to get on a ferry and go over to the North Island, start making our way up to Auckland. Fortunately, our ferry was canceled, which the ferry has been having so many issues the past few months. So it was pretty lucky that we even made it to the South Island. So now we need to figure out where we're going to go and where we're leaving the van, because of the reason we're trying to get up to Auckland is because we're going to Japan. So we need a place to put our van for an entire month. We don't have any suitcases in this van, so Taku was saying maybe we'll just buy a box, put all our stuff in there, and check it in at the airport, because all our suitcases are with our friend up in Auckland. Right now we're just going to go to a cafe, grab some coffee, and try to figure out what our next plan is. We ended up getting an Airbnb in Kaikoura. Still need to buy our flight to Auckland, but for now we're going to be here for a few days, trying to get lobster. We went for a little free dive right now. Unfortunately, the water was very murky and didn't quite work out. Yeah.
That was terrible.
Yeah. I bailed out in the first 2 minutes. I was like, this isn't going to work.
First 2 minutes, like first 5 seconds.
No, I made it in and swam a little, and then I was like, can't even see my hands.
I was like, what? I turned back. She's already going out of the water. I was like, what's going on?
Yeah. Taku tried for like 10 more minutes, but yeah, I was just like, it's not going to work.
Wasn't happening.
But right before we went free diving, we decided to prepare our lunch, which is marinating some skirt steak because we want to make some tacos.
Very liney.
Smells really good.
Yeah, I was hoping they had a blender here, but they don't, so I wanted to make some salsa, but instead we'll just have to do some pico de gallo.
It's really hard to get good Mexican ingredients here, and I actually bought these at an online Mexican store in Auckland because the tortillas in the grocery store are terrible. Oh my god, so bad. I don't even feel like I'm that picky about tortillas, but those were really awful, super dry. They just broke immediately. Let's hope these limes are juicy, because so far most of them have been pretty juicy. That's one thing that's really nice in the US is everything is always in season for us because we tend to import from Mexico, and California has really good weather, so we tend to be able to grow things all year long. It's not quite citrus season here yet, but soon, and I hear the citrus is actually really good. Oh, they look a little dry. Oh no, nothing.
These are zesting lemons, or limes. That's all they're good for.
Sometimes even just finding cilantro can be a little difficult. So we just have to get this like small pre-chopped cilantro packet.
If I had a grill, I'd throw it on a grill, but I think we're just going to throw it on the pan, the entire thing, just hold like this, and I'll just cut it after. Marinated it for a few hours while we went to do the dive this morning. Should be nice and tasty. Carne asada tacos. Looks good.
Some of the Barnacle hot sauce.
Oh yeah.
Thanks to Barnacle for keeping us
stocked.
Yeah. Hits the spot. Yeah. There's a surprising amount of Mexican restaurants here, but just based on the photos, they don't look super authentic. It looks more like Tex-Mex, I would say.
Tex-Mex, yeah. That's fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking the next couple of days we have this Airbnb. I think we'll probably just get some work done.
Yeah.
Prepare our van to be left somewhere.
Yeah, that's the
We
big
gotta figure
thing.
that out. Figure out where we're gonna leave the van.
We have a lot of friends in the North Island who were willing to take care of our van while we're gone.
Mm-hmm.
And in the South, not so much.
I mean, it's more about like them being able to turn the car on, the engine on. You know, even if it's just once while we're gone, right in the middle of it, just so the engine's just not sitting for a long time without doing anything. Just makes cars go bad, especially old cars like that. So that's kind of one. We'll figure it out. You'll be with us.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Taking you guys with us on this ride. Gonna finish up our tacos and then just start figuring out what we're doing with the van.
All right, so we left that Airbnb, and that day when we came back from the dive, I actually left my lights on the van, and the van batteries died, obviously, because they were on for the entire day or that night, and the van doesn't have automatic lights, so if you forget, just leave them on. Battery's gonna die. Rookie mistake. Anyways, next day we were able to get the van jump started, and I drove the van for 3 hours after that just to get the battery, juiced up again. But halfway through, we started smelling something really weird, like a sulfur kind of smell. Jocelyn was like, "Why does it smell like a hot spring?" And we just thought it was the area that we were in, but we just kept smelling it. It was like, no. And we went outside. We stopped and checked our gas lines because we have the stoves. Those are fine. Those are closed, and kept smelling it. Kept smelling it. It's giving us a headache. And now I'm pretty sure that it was the batteries. The battery just gone bad, because now we are at this separate Airbnb in Christchurch. This morning, I want to take the van in to get an oil change, get checked on that smell, and then one other thing. And I went to start the car, and the battery's dead. And last night I didn't leave the lights on or anything. I think that smell was from the batteries. It was just a bad battery. Now I'm called up a place nearby, and actually they say they can run the battery to me, so there's somebody's gonna come and swap the battery out for me, and then I'm gonna take it to, I have an appointment at another mechanic for an oil change, and we are planning to leave our van here in Christchurch since we can't take the ferry back. We come back to Auckland again from Japan, and then from Auckland we got to fly back down to Christchurch to come grab our van in about a month and a half. So hopefully the van survives just being parked for that long. It's not over yet. Our flight's tomorrow. We got to get everything figured out by then. All right, let's go out here and wait for a technician. So here's the van. I'll show you. This is where the engine is. I was already kind of under there. So if you don't know how you can tell if a battery's dead, put the key in and try to start it, and it doesn't try to turn over at all. Even though I can see that the lights turn on, the stereo turns on. It's just not enough not enough juice to turn over the engine. We gotta get things done in the van, get the oil change done, and there was one more thing I needed to check. I can't remember. A loose fan belt. When I turn on the car, it squeaks really loud for about 10 seconds as it warms up. All right, we got the technician here now, getting it swapped out. And that was like the second life one, you said?
Yes.
Still got plenty of life though?
Yes, we buy these back off all the different retailers and suppliers. So basically these ones are either end of shelf life, otherwise they just have small cosmetic scratches and things on them.
Oh yeah, cool. There it is. Yeah, that's the squeaking I was talking about. But awesome, man. So that was $120 for the battery, and it's not a brand new battery. It's like a second life battery. It's mostly just cosmetic damage, like he was saying, so pretty much brand new. And he only charged me $30 for labor. So yeah, only $150 New Zealand dollars, so that's like $100 US dollars probably. Not too bad. Now we got to take it to get the oil change and get that belt situated. Hear that awful sound. I also have to ask the mechanic what he recommends, anything he recommends doing before leaving it for over a month and a half. So we'll see what he says.
See you in a bit, van.
We gotta prep the van to leave it too. We gotta kind of clean it up. All right, now we're gonna go get some breakfast.
Oh, it was such a freezing walk over here. But we made it, and I got waffles. I forgot to ask for the half size, so I got the full size on accident. I'll share with Taku because his toast is small.
I got avocado toast.
What a millennial.
What a millennial. Paying for avocado toast. We're not gonna talk about how much that cost either. Pretty pricey.
We're trying to avoid buying groceries since we're leaving tomorrow, and we need to clear out the fridge and anything else that can go bad.
Got green juice.
Yeah, I love green smoothies.
Oh, all right. Got a fresh cut while we waited for the van. And now the van is ready. Just got a call. So I'm going to go grab the van. And Jocelyn's going to go get a haircut too.
Yeah.
Just a little trim.
Yeah. Or am I going to color it?
Or are you going to color it again?
No, I've decided I'm not going to color my hair in the near future just because we're going to be in the ocean a lot. And coloring your hair is too expensive to be ruining it with the ocean.
Now she'll just have to stick with this blonde then. Just faded from like really colorful to now it's blonde. Let's go get the van. It's ready. Went to pick up the car from the mechanic, and as I went in the van and tried to turn it on, the battery was dead. So I was like, what's going on, you know? That was kind of weird because it's a fresh battery and then it's just dead. And then so I told the mechanic and he just jump started it for me, but I was like, why would the battery die right now? It's so weird. And then checked the battery and he was like, oh, charging fine, should be all right. And then I took it to the battery people, the same guy that came in the morning, and he checked it and he said, oh no, it's not charging properly, your alternator, you got to replace that. So that's a bigger issue. So the alternator's not good, I guess. He said it's charging a little bit, but not as much as it should be. We don't have time to get the van looked at today and try to get a new alternator put in because we got a flight to catch.
We were just about packed up. We managed to squish everything into the bags that we had available. This is going to be our check-in bag. It's Taco's fish bag. It's the largest bag we had.
Now I gotta see if the van actually starts this morning. Give it a shot. My guess is it's not going to start. Yeah, it's completely dead. But I bought one of these on-the-go jump starters for situations like this. I just bought it yesterday at the guy at the battery shop. So we'll just have to jump it. And it should be okay for today, but when we come back to the van within a month and a half, the battery's gonna be 100% dead. So we'll probably need to get another one and then get the alternator swapped then. So this is the thing I have. IntelliStart. So this is the first time using it. It should be fully charged. I checked last night.
It's kind of annoying that we took it to the mechanic and they gave it to us dead.
Yeah, that's kind of weird. The fact that they didn't ask themselves, like, why would the battery be dead? And they just instead were kind of defensive about it and like, oh no, it's the battery. It's just a bad battery. Because the battery was already half when it got here, and I was like, I just put the battery with just a new battery, and I was like, yeah, it's a second-hand one, but it should be perfectly fine. But they said, oh no, that's probably why. Like, okay, I guess that could be true. But no, I took to the battery guy. He said, no, it's the alternator, which makes more sense. Jump start. Red on red, black on black. What does that say? I turned it on, it said full charge, but literally says it's half now, and
Nice.
all right, we got it on. So it should be hopefully good for the day, and that's all we need it for. And then we'll just have to deal with it when we get back.
Yeah,
That's
take it
a
to
problem for future us.
take it to a better mechanic maybe.
Yeah, I didn't really like this one. It was, I don't know, just making excuses why it wasn't working. And I don't know if you had the recording when I turned it on.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did. You still hear the really loud squeaking. He was supposed to have fixed that. That's gonna be pretty much it for this one. We're just about to fly back to Auckland now, and from there we're going to Japan, and that's the reason why we have to fly back and leave our van here. So next time you'll see us in Japan eating some good food.
Yeah. Super excited for that.
Yeah. Back to the motherland. See you guys on the next one. Thanks for watching.